on her nightstand, she must be fucking with Ghana.
I fuck with sluts and we gonna eat rats, and I came with some fucking piranhas. All the biscotti I got in my way, need somebody grow me a tree. Came out the hood in my truck, got a hood knock, click out the car with no keys. Beat it, she for the.
What is up, my boogie babies? It is your girl Not Book in the Hood. In today's video, I'm gonna be telling you 10 things I wish I knew before I came to college. And yeah, I go to FAMU, so it's gonna be FAMU edition. How y'all feel about this style? Let me show y'all. I just took my wig off and I decided to try this new hairstyle for my natural hair because why not? But y'all, mind you, my hair has been growing. We ain't gonna talk about that though. Try to help and film this while my roommate's in the shower because yeah, I don't want to just be talking to a camera while she's across from me. So these aren't in a specific order either. This is just from my experience because I literally did never plan to go to college. Y'all know that. I never planned to go, and I literally decided last minute in December that I wanted to go here. So it was FAMU or no college at all. But the first thing would be, I wish I knew that I would need a lot of food to eat. Like, you won't always make it to the caf. Like, it's open majority of the day, like, you know, Monday through Friday. But there's gonna be a lot of times where you just can't make it there. So you're gonna need like noodles, whatever you could eat, heat up in your microwave, snacks, things to hold you over until you can make it to the caf. And I didn't realize that was so important. Well, actually, I'm lying. I knew that was important because my mom, she made sure I had more than what I needed. But like my friends, they would always, you know, come to me when it was, you know, they needed food because they genuinely didn't have none. And that's just how it ended up sometimes. So make sure you're prepared to eat that microwavable food and ramen, that all those things you can heat up, and all those snacks. Make sure you're, you know, that food stamp card is ready. Number 2, being studious and getting good grades should be your top priority. When I first came, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was gonna be like how it is in movies. Like, I'm gonna have to do homework, of course, but I'm gonna have more time to do whatever I want, which is true. I do have time to do whatever I want, but I didn't take my studies that seriously. So for my first semester, which was summer, I did good that year, but because I was only taking 2 classes in the summertime. For the fall, I took 4 classes, 2 online, 2 in person, and I didn't really put that much energy into my work. I didn't sit down with my work and really, you know, try my hardest. I really just waited to the last minute, if I'm being honest, to get it all done. Like that's what I did in college. I mean, that's what I did in high school, and you know, I turned out great. It's not like that at all. You have to really sit and put your time into your work. Like, you have to really try your hardest because every grade counts. And online classes are definitely way more harder for me, from my experience. Some people say they're easier, but for me, I took an English class, English in the I think it was like a history type of class, but they needed more time than I gave them. You know, be prepared to really take your grades seriously and aim for really high grades. Don't aim for no mediocre B's and C's. Like, try your best to get that A. Like, even if you don't, you tried. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. Like, I've never thought I would be able to get all A's. I don't have them, but I'm really close. I'm probably like 60-70%, and I still got half of the semester yet, so I will let y'all know if I did get them A's. Number 3, sorry if I'm talking fast. I don't want my roommate to come out of here while I'm recording this. Okay, number 3, ask for help, because I'm one of those people where I figured out I can do it myself. I can teach myself. I don't need to go to the office hours. I don't need a tutorer. Yes, I do. I need to talk to my teacher. I need to ask 50 more questions after she explained it twice. And I need a tutor to even break it down to me after that, okay? Because you need to know exactly what you're doing so you can actually try your best. You know, you can't really put your all into something if you don't really know what you're doing. So really take your time to meet with the tutors and go to your, build that relationship after class with your professors. All of it counts. All of it helps. Like, seriously, don't be afraid to ask for help. And if you don't want to do that, you know, you can always have group studies with, you know, your other peers. So that was helpful. But I've done all 3 of those and they've all been really helpful. So that will be a big tip for me. Number 4 is, being in college, you'll learn to speak up for yourself, because a lot of the times there is staff that are overwhelmed and they're already dealing with thousands of kids. So you have to make sure you're applying pressure to make sure all of your stuff is straight. Like, it's not going to be your friends speaking up for you. It's not going to be nobody else, your mom, your parents, if you're off campus. I mean, if you're out of state or, you know, far away, whatever, you're going to need to be the one to speak up and be like, oh, did you grade this? Could you help me with this? Could you explain this to me? Is my housing good? Is my financial aid good? Is my balance clear so that I can apply for classes for the next semester? Like, you're going to have to apply pressure, email people thousands of times, call them a billion times to make sure all your stuff is good, because nobody else is going to help you. Nobody else is going to be making sure all your stuff is straight for you. Like, you have to make sure that it's a lot to keep up with, but it's manageable, it's doable, you know. You just got to get used to it, get the hang of it. So be prepared to speak up for yourself, because I was not one of those kids growing up. I was really quiet and I'd rather suffer in silence, but that's not the way to go. You know, it's not the way to go. Okay, what's the next one? Number, I think 5. The next one is having a roommate is not as bad as you may think. I really was against having a roommate at first because I was so used to having my own space and my own stuff. But my roommate that I had, she's like my best friend now, and I wouldn't change that. I would do it all over again. Like, she's like my closest friend here. Even it's my 3rd semester now. I met her in my 1st semester in June. You know, when I recorded those other videos, that's when I met her, and I still hang out with her like every day. So having a roommate isn't as bad, and we never argue. Was never like really messy. I never really had no trouble, you know, being on campus with a roommate. Even my roommate now in the fall, in the spring, I have a roommate now. I love her. Everything's good. The only time I had a bad roommate was when I was off campus. I didn't enjoy that at all, but that's a whole nother story for another day. Okay. Number 6, I'm going really fast. I'm sorry, y'all, but this is all valuable information. All of this is valuable. Okay. Going to class is the easiest way to succeed. I mean, when I say that, I mean, like, don't plan to skip class, like, just because you wake up and you're tired, like, doing like, oh, I just don't gotta go today because, you know, nobody's gonna track you down, which is true. If you don't go to class, nobody's gonna chase you down and make you go. You know, there's really no punishments other than you're most likely gonna fail because you're not there to learn or know what you're doing. So yeah, I took advantage of that. Like, if I didn't feel the greatest, especially with me being off campus, because it was a lot for me to get there. That's just a lot, but I didn't go as much as I could have, or, you know, and that took a toll on me because it was a lot of the times where I missed valuable information that wasn't going to be on the instructions and stuff, you know. And that time just being in class and talking to your professor is important. Getting to know them getting to know you, you know, whatever. Just go hear everything you can, take in as much as you can. Like, that's probably the biggest I've been learning. Oh, I can't talk right now. That's probably the biggest thing I've been learning, is take in as much as you can. This is your education, it's your money. Learn as much as you could. Like, okay, get the highest grades you could, get the most out of this experience that you could. Okay, so number 7, you'll have a lot of time on your hands to create like new hobbies. For me, it's been working out. You know, I've obviously been able to record more videos and edit, so it's been working out, editing. I've been having a lot of time to like spend time with God, you know, in my Bible, spiritual time, be alone, sleep, whatever it is. Like, you'll have time to explore, you'll have time to go out and meet people, you'll have time to really get to know yourself and, you know, really figure out what you want to work on as a person outside of partying, outside of school. Like, you'll have a lot of time to yourself. Okay, be prepared for that, and, you know, figure out what you like, try new things, go bicycling, go walk, figure out what makes you happy and hold on to those things forever. Number 8, I think this is I wish somebody would have told me that you need a side hustle in college, because the broke college kid stuff is really not a joke. Like, we really out here broke. It's really good to have a skill that you can bring from home to college, whether it's doing hair, doing nails, doing brows, doing lashes, facials, waxing, making food. If you got a talent and you could put a price on it for cheap, of course, bring that to college, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need that extra money. You're gonna spend a lot of your time in school doing schoolwork or out doing whatever you want, partying, whatever it is, with your friends, and you're not going to have that much time to work. Or at least from what I know, I don't know too many people that work. I probably know about 3 people that work, and they don't work that much of crazy hours. Some of them do, 2 of them do, but the other one not as much. But it's still like, and then a lot of the times you won't have your car at first too, so it's good to make sure you have some other way of income other than, you know, of course if it's your parents, that's cool, but, you know, if you wanted to have your own, you know, way of having money, because you will need it when it's time to go out, or it's time to eat, or it's time to get takeout, whatever it is, you're going to need it. So bring that skill, or create it, start it. You never did it, do it, start it anyways. Number 9 would be, is this number 9? Okay, number 9 is, I wish someone would have told me, there's not going to be nobody here to walk me through it. Like, you have to do it all by yourself. Like, you have to be the one to get up, motivate yourself to go to class. You're going to have to be the one to make sure you study for that exam, get all of your homework done. There's nobody, unless you have a great friend group like I do. I have people that motivate me around me. So that is another thing. You do want those type of people around you, because nobody is going to force you to do any of this. Like, if you don't want to do good and you're lazy about it, you're just not going to do good. Like, you have to be serious about it. You have to really push yourself. Like, you have to get up, you have to do the work until you're done, and you have to put your all into it. And, you know, you just got to pay attention and be on it yourself, because your friends aren't gonna be able to be there with you the entire time. They're gonna be busy, you know, they're gonna have stuff to do of their own. Like, you have to be able to get that stuff done by yourself. Like, and your parents and, you know, whoever it is, they're not gonna be able to be on your back about getting it done. So you have to really take it serious and really be ready to step up and be responsible. Okay, so be ready for that if you do plan to go to college. Number 10, the last one I put is that it's gonna be hard, because there's a lot of days where I feel like I'm ready to go home and I want to give up and I should have never came in the first place. But that's just the devil talking. That's just not true. Those are just bad thoughts that you shouldn't entertain, because it do be worth it in the end. It is very worth it, and I know it's gonna turn me into somebody like that I'm dreaming of becoming, like, you know, somebody I'm working towards becoming every day. Like when it comes to time management, money management, being outgoing and making friends, like just those type of things. Like college is definitely transforming me, so it's a positive experience, especially because I'm starting off with like a solid foundation when it comes to like learning all these things. Like I'm learning early that you have to put the time into it, you have to take it serious, you have to really aim for high grades, make it to class. Like if you got all these down packed before you go, you're gonna have a pretty positive experience in college in general. So, you know, if you're scared to do it, I say do it anyways. You only live once. If you don't like it, leave. You know, if you really 100% is like, there's nothing I'm enjoying, or this is not worth it at all for me, okay, this is just a no, a hard no. If that's how you feel when you come, you leave, wherever you decide to go home, go back home, try something else, you know, keep trying other things until you feel it in your heart like you were meant to be there. Like for me, like I know I was meant to come here. Like this is the place I was meant to be, even though I had no idea a year ago or a few months ago. Like this is like for sure the place I was supposed to be at. And you know, I love my HBCU, so take that big step no matter how far it is, because I am 1,000 miles away from home, and this is my first time being away from home, away from my parents. I was very much taken care of and spoiled as a child, you know, like I had a lot of things done for me. There was not that much I needed to do for myself, you know. This is different for me, but I'm enjoying it. Those are the 10 things I wish I knew before coming here. And it does relate to FAMU. Like, you know, it could be different for whatever other school, but this is what I would, you know, suggest to anybody that's thinking about coming here or just going to college in general. So I hope you took a lot from this video. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for rewatching. Thank you for visiting me again. If you are a returning subscriber, like the video, comment, show some love, follow my social medias, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Hopefully the next upload is Friday or Saturday. Y'all should be seeing this on the Wednesday, so